Why, hello there and welcome, viewers. In this video, we will be unboxing a very special gift from the fellow YouTuber, the 8-Track Chap. Here, displayed, is a cardboard box. Here, displayed, is my Wade knife from my previous employer. Open that up here. All I know is this device is a reel-to-reel recorder from the 1950s apparently, and its brand name starts with the letter P. I have a guess that it might be a Philips dictation machine, but I'm not entirely sure. That's just an educated guess. Maybe it's a Pintron. Who knows, maybe a Pincrest. I don't know if Pincrest machines went back to the 50s though. Okay. Let's open up our box and see. Oh, nice. First off, we can see that there is a handwritten note, and although the eraser is the eraser cap is missing, a Pilot Renegade mechanical pencil. I'm going to have to read this note. This is very special to get this pencil. See, here is the classic Pilot Renegade, probably a vintage one. Well used. In need of some 0.5 millimeter lead. Thankfully, when I ordered the Pilot Renegade pencils, I got a set of 6. Some of them I've given away, and I have one officially in my collection. This other one here is a backup or service pencil. Since it's not officially part of my collection, although cap covers colors won't match, I'm going to move the cap onto the green Renegade. A matter of fact, at some point later I think I'll switch erasers over as well. January 20th, 2018. Ricky, here is a vintage reel-to-reel tape recorder as promised, in addition to a few extra goodies. I now know what the machine is. After taking a look at the box again, it just kind of dawned on me it's a Phono-Trix. Tape recorder, as promised, in addition to a few extra goodies. Although this is a recorder you've already familiar with and appears to have quite an interesting bit of history, the original owner wrote his information inside the case. He was from Hertfordshire, England. Wow. On a side note, my parents, or more precisely my mother and stepfather, are in England at this moment. The inside case reads, A. Hinson, SO Engineering, Folly Refinery, Hertfordshire, England. Furthermore, there was a tape I found with this machine in an original gray Scotch box. It has the same last name written on the back. Because this machine isn't operational, I have not played the tape. Oh wow. Well, this is going to be an interesting thing when we get to play the tape. I'm leaving it up to you to unveil the history and keep it in your archive. Also, within this package is a Pink Floyd 8-track tape. Now that's appropriate considering this is from the 8-track chap. The reason I sent this is because the entire album was erased and taped over. My goodness. There are young boys singing with their dad. I got this 8-track tape from eBay and have no idea who those people are, but I admire your ambition for uncovering things from the past and to preserve them for the future. Not sure if you're still into 8-track tapes these days, or if you have any 8-track players at your new residence, but you will have fun hearing it at some point. Well, I'll make a quick statement that recently someone has given me an old portable 8-track player from the 70s. One of the brothers in the church had an old 8-track player that he gave to me. I haven't tested it yet, but this would be a good time to test it. Finally, I've sent a GE shoebox cassette recorder. Oh dear. I don't know how old it is, or if you already own one of those, but it came from my grandparents' house. I'll keep my fingers crossed in hopes that it could be AC bias. Who knows? It mostly works, however. The amplifier cuts out occasionally. You have to abruptly pull the carry handle out toward you, and the audio usually comes back. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a record play switch. At any rate, I hope you thoroughly enjoy everything. I know it's all going to a good home. I have more confidence in your repair skills than my own. It would be cool to see this old relic in action after who knows how many years. In closing, I just wanted to say I'm a long-time viewer and subscriber, and I just as happen to be a fellow electrical engineer with Asperger's syndrome. Been very technologically inclined all my life as you have. Analog tape always intrigued me since I was practically an infant. Now I've developed quite a collection of hi-fi amongst other things. I'm at a point where I need to part with a few things. Sorry this is so long. Just thought I'd share my appreciation of your channel, your level of knowledge, and your enthusiasm. With Asperger's on my mind, our similarities are sometimes rather hilarious. You're like a long-lost brother. Those with Asperger's syndrome are not alone. And then all the best, Brian. Okay, now to the official unboxing. Well, we can clearly see the cassette recorder in plain view. At a glance, I can already say that it is DC bias. So now, because I've recognized the style of it, I'm just going to see how well I can also see a BASF cassette tape, or BASF cassette tape case. Okay, well this one actually has a counter and everything. This looks fairly nice. But I recognize some things this machine has in common with a lot of General Electric recorders. I recognize the same style of volume and tone control on the side, and I can already say confidently that albeit this recorder having a counter and everything, it is DC bias. Another thing I want to mention is I have a Sears cassette tape recorder which is based off of this machine. This machine is almost identical to the Sears, although the Sears has plastic speaker grill, which is a bunch of holes, not this small, but a bunch of circular holes, but it also has the pause, a black pause instead of a blue, a counter, and flickering light when recording LED. And I think it's solid on playback. And the same order of buttons. So it's interesting to notice the exact similarities between this and its Sears counterpart. And I already know that Sears machine is DC bias, but the sound quality of that Sears machine is actually not all that bad. So I'm expecting this one to be pretty good too. The Sears had one difference though. There was a auxiliary jack added about here, which was the type with the metal nut holding the jack in place instead of these plastic molded jacks. And it's going to run on 7.5 volts as expected. So this will be a good machine to present. This machine will be DC erase and DC bias. Now all I've got to get is a recorder that is DC bias and permanent magnet erase, and I'll be able to make a full bias analysis video. And here is its power cord. And then here is the 8-track cartridge. Atom Heart Mother by Pink Floyd, aka Children and Their Father. And now, drum roll please. Everyone prepare. My guesses originally were Pentron, Philips, and Pencrest. Neither was correct. Until it finally dawned on me that, oh, it's a Phono-Trix. I've always liked these Phono-Trix machines. They always had good build quality and are German made. So let's open this up, knowing that this one was used in Britain. Unfortunately, the speaker case has suffered some damage. I don't know if that was during shipping or if that was already like that. But it is not too big of a deal. Plastic here got slightly broken. But that's the only cosmetic damage, and thankfully it's on the bottom of the case, so I can simply put that back on there and it almost looks like it's untouched. If I open it back up again, you can get a good view of that vintage speaker. So this recorder is going to be from 1958, I believe. So indeed it is from the 50s. I always assumed, you know, whenever I got the original message and he said if 1950s reel-to-reel, I assumed, okay, it's probably an American-made vacuum tube, semi-portable at best, not battery-powered, but plug-in vacuum tube reel-to-reel tape recorder, you know, maybe like RCA or a Webcore or something like that. But I was very pleased to see it's a Phono-Trix, so you can actually see a good view of that old speaker. What's fascinating also is it doesn't have any quote-unquote lines. So that means the little wires must be going straight to the voice coil and not go to the diaphragm first. Oh my goodness. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. And the microphone. I freaking love these Phono-Trixes. My goodness. Phono-Trixes have always been one of my favorites. And then here's the Scotch reel. And here is going to have unheard as of yet recordings from Great Britain recorded on the Phono-Trix. That's going to be an adventure. Ah, these little 3-inch reels are so cute. Okay. And then our little microphone. Another Phono-Trix. Oh my gosh! The motors are referred to as Ditzler motors, I remember seeing on the internet. Notice here, it doesn't say Phono-Trix. It says Ditzler-Trix. Made in Western Germany. And here is its proprietary jack. And now, oh, and here's the text on the inside. J.A. Anderson, SO Engineering. And now, drum roll, please. Phono-Trix. There it is. Let's take it off. It's got some rust damage, unfortunately, on the paint job. This is the type that was described in an earlier video I made of one of these as looking like a duck. Thankfully, the pinch roller rubber is in excellent condition. Hopefully, I'll be able to get this machine to operate. A simple control for play/record and rewind. And then on this side, play, record, and volume control. So now let's look at the battery compartment. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be quite corroded or rusted inside, but let's see. Oh dear, what is going on? Oh. Hello? Sorry for that little interruption. So, the battery compartment actually is not too bad. There is some rust or corrosion. As you can see, there's a little bit, some corrosion there on the contacts. But it's not really too bad. And this contact over here actually is in decent shape, so not too bad. Let's see if the little Ditzler motor can even move. Okay, I'm trying to turn the reel manually. It's all idler drive inside. Of course, I'm having a hard time getting that to turn. So this might not be the best way to exercise the motor's movement, but hopefully it will not be too much to get this machine to operate. In my experience with these Phono-Trix, at least the ones that I've acquired, the 3 Phono-Trix machines I already have acquired have all managed to work on the original parts, incredibly enough. So I'll see if I can possibly get this machine to come to life. Oh, there we go. There we go. So we'll have to get some batteries. I will be commandeering the batteries out of the standard SR250 in order to do some tests with the Phono-Trix. Get some infamous Royovacs. Okay. Oh, I can see why the machine would not start up before. Unless it was already dealt with during previous testing. The battery contact that's supposed to be right here has been broken off, probably due to rust and corrosion. It's supposed to continue from over here and go right there, and it's gone. Putting that on there. Just enough to make the battery make contact. That's what's important. We don't want it to touch the metal chassis and short anything out. Put in the cells. So that will make a good enough electrical contact. No action. Here we go. It's a connection. The motor ran for a moment. On. Come on. It's just a matter of connections for power. Okay, so I have the device. Bypass having to use batteries. It's the contacts will have to be cleaned. So I hooked it up with a clip leads to a Heathkit power supply, and the motor comes to life. It's going to need some lubrication, obviously. Oh, hear that little motor go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm going to push it on a little bit, the mechanism will start to turn. I'm going to need some lubrication, of course. Have a little Phono-Trix here. I'm going to put some oil in there. And put oil in the motor. Each side of the spindle. So hopefully the oil will seep in there nicely. Turn it back on. It's drawing just a tad under 200 milliamps. Okay. I've got playback motion going on. The friction clutch really strains out the whole drive system though. The rubber needs to be cleaned and there needs to be more lubrication. I don't know if I can take that apart easily or not. Rewind. Oh wow, I can tell something's going on. Look at that. Look at that thing move. I don't know how I can notice that in the video. We'll see if the amplifier. Let's try the pitch control first. Adjust the motor speed. Okay. Let's try hooking up the speaker. See if we get anything out of the amp. You can have a little bit of sound out of there. Let's try touching the input. The amplifier is definitely working. Capacitors are at least good enough to allow amplification with the little 3 transistor amplifier it has. Okay, oh, an empty 3-inch reel. For initial testing purposes, before I put on the vintage reel recordings, I'm going to see if I can play back from the reel that I had for the standard SR250. Notice the smaller diameter of the reels for the standard. Not all the way down. There. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's the pad. Pad is not where it should be. My hands are getting dirty now. I don't really want to handle the tape, but I guess I have to. Okay. I miss Dustin. Dustin and Nick Perry are the people talking in this recording.
I'm pretty sure Renegade's recording. So that'd be funny if right at the end, all of a sudden Mark Hamill shows up, like,
Ironically, that recording that you're hearing right now was done with another Phono-Trix recorder some years ago.
and then all of a sudden you unlock all power.
I've already transferred these to digital, so I have free reign to record over them. This is a test on the Phono-Trix machine from the 8-track chap, level set all the way up. First record test, January 24th, 2018. The rewind is not wanting to work very well, obviously. Come on. It's the take-up reel that is having trouble turning. This machine really needs lots of cleaning and lubrication. That's really, I think, the ultimate thing that's going to restore this to full functional condition is simply cleaning and lubrication, as well as cleaning of the battery contacts and making sure that the missing contact is taken care of. So this will be an interesting machine because I might try to take a Phono-Trix machine apart more than I have before. I noticed that there are rivets and things on these, and they seem oddly put together, so this may be an interesting adventure, really getting into a Phono-Trix machine, because the other Phono-Trixes I've had have worked so well off the original parts. I never really had to take one all the way apart before. So electronically, the device works. As far as the amplifier is concerned, the motor still works well. So it's just going to need some cleaning and lubrication, and we should be able to have ourselves a good Trix. Now soon I will also be showing the first test of the General Electric cassette tape recorder, which I already know by heart is a DC bias. But what do you expect? It's a General Electric. They're renowned for being DC bias. And then in the near future I will be also consuming a potato as well as some ground beef. The thing, there it is. But don't worry, the consummation of said food will not be included in the video. This video is going to have several shots done. I'm going to do a restoration on the Phono-Trix on video, which might be part of this video series, or it might be part of a future video series. I'm going to do restoration on the Phono-Trix, that is functional restoration. I don't have any paint to try to touch up the rust on the outer casing, but I'd like to get the machine functioning properly. But now let's do a test of the General Electric cassette tape recorder. This is a GE model 3-5121A, made in Japan. It's been a long time since I've done too much mentioning of the General Electric model numbers. They were always catchy model numbers. And so let's go ahead and plug in our GE. I love the aesthetics of this General Electric. It's really nice looking. It's a shame it's DC bias. I can guarantee the original manufacturer of this thing is going to be Sanyo. Now, it might, yeah, the record play switch needs to be cleaned. So it might actually have a greeting recording on here. I'm interested to hear what might be on this cassette tape. Interestingly enough, also chromium dioxide, BASF cassette. So I can tell the record play switch, I believe, is in needing of cleaning. Most likely. If it's in record mode, the LED flickers to my voice. Okay. Let's try playing another tape first.
I'm testing using an external microphone.
Okay, so now let's play 8-track Chaps cassette tape. Maybe it isn't the record play switch. Yeah. It's on the leader tape, so record button isn't going to do anything. That again. Oh, I can hear the hiss of the tape. Oh yeah. I'll have to listen to the rest of that later. But for now, let's do a recording test on the General Electric recorder. We'll need to find a cassette tape that is willing to be a candidate for a recording test. See about this one. This might be a good candidate. Yes. Set the counter. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. This is a recording test on the General Electric 3-5121A cassette tape recorder from the 1970s with a built-in mic. It's paused right now. We're going to have to get ourselves an external mic. Got the old Sony F96 external mic. Yes, my lamp is humming. Its transformer is humming as usual. Hello. I am now making a recording, or possibly making a recording, using an external microphone on the General Electric cassette tape recorder, which boasts electrical pause, flickering light for record level, solid for battery monitoring / power monitoring, and tape counter. And sure enough, the counter didn't even move. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. This is a recording test on the General Electric 3-5121A cassette tape recorder from the 1970s with a built mic, making a recording, or possibly making a recording, using an external microphone on the General Electric cassette tape recorder, which boasts electrical pause, flickering light for record level, solid for battery monitoring / power monitoring, counter. Well, there you go. It is indeed confirmed DC bias. Cassette tape recorder. A more full presentation will be done on this machine. I have the reason to believe this was probably recorded on a different machine. And it will definitely be a good tape to listen to. No doubt about that. Well, I'm going to have to get my supper, eat some delicious food. But as far as video is concerned, once you see this all on YouTube, it should be pretty clear that either A, it'll be a complete presentation, complete with restoration of the Phono-Trix, or B, will be separate video done on restoring the Trix, where also I plan on transferring the British recording that was done on the Trix. What I'm probably going to do is play a snippet of that recording when I first play it on the restoration video, or this video, and then the recording in its fullest will be transferred using the UHER 4000 Report S as its playback device to transfer to digital, and then that recording will be uploaded to the interwebs via the YouTubes. Hope you enjoyed this snippet. I might be back for restoration, or maybe the restoration will be put on a separate video. And again, thank you, Brian. I highly appreciate these nice things, the Phono-Trix, and even a GE. Good day, viewers. I've decided the video on the restoration of the Phono-Trix and the first playback of the British reel will be done in another video. But to conclude this unboxing video of the machines from Brian, or the 8-track chap, I will be doing some writing tests with the Renegade, the green Pilot Renegade 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil. Here displayed is the Pilot Renegade mechanical pencil. I've put on a green cap from one of my extra blue Pilot Renegades, and also traded erasers with the extra blue Pilot Renegade, and loaded a couple of Pentel HB 0.5 millimeter LEDs. So now let's click out the LED. Now we're ready to perform a test. Random note, January 26th, 2018. Now that is a nice pencil if you ask me. The sensory input of this pencil is phenomenal. Let's do some erasing. There we go. And there's my pencil collection box. And there it goes into my collection. Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed this video on the unboxing of my gift from the 8-track chap, aka Brian, of a Phono-Trix vintage reel-to-reel tape recorder, a vintage 1970s Panasonic General Electric cassette tape recorder with DC bias and DC erase, as well as a green Pilot Renegade mechanical pencil. Unboxing portion was shot on January 24th. This pencil portion shot on the night of the 26th of Friday night of January 2018. Remember, folks, the year needs to be mentioned.